Hello there, Aquarius, and welcome to your general reading. Guys and gals, thank you so much for tuning in. If you want to book a personal reading, please follow the description box below. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you for all the likes, comments, and subscribes. Thank you for reaching out. I love meeting new guys, new gals. I love hearing about what's going on. I love, the vulnerability so that we can all, conquer and realize the problem, and then move forward and enjoy it at the same time. I mean, there's lots to enjoy in finding out why things are happening. Okay, there's a lot of joy in learning. There really is, especially when you can do it together. Again, I want to say thank you to those who have been my clients and have been true to me from day one. Okay, really appreciate you guys and you girls. Also, thank you for being patient. I know that there is some expected service product. I've spoken with you already, but thank you so much, you guys, for being patient with me. As far as this, we're all the morph team. But as far as those who haven't booked with me and you enjoy these videos and they resonate just enough, I'm so glad. Thank you so much for tuning in and being supporters. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into what we may have. Wow. Okay. So right now we have the World card. Okay, that wanted to fall out flat on the floor, so I didn't see it. So it was on its stomach. For Aquarius, let's see what Spirit wants us to know, wants to tell you. Okay, Aquarius, let's see what's going on with you, okay? All right. Okay, so we have the World card. Let's see what else we have for Aquarius. We have the Queen of Swords. So here's your energy. Okay, let's see what else you got. The Page of Swords, more of your energy. The Three of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. So already, and that the Empress at the bottom, and then we have the World that popped out. Already, Aquarius, it looks like you were maybe you weren't taking advice from someone. Maybe you were doing things your own way for quite a while. You were just leading up. But I think you ultimately failed yourself in something, okay? You ultimately played the wrong cards here, and now you're kind of stuck in a relationship with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or stuck in a relationship with anyone around you. Could be the same sign, Earth energy. At the top of the deck, we have the Three of Wands. You're looking for new direction. Okay, this doesn't necessarily tell me anything about like a relationship with a fire sign or someone. It just tells me about relationships in your life, though. Okay, so not necessarily romantic. That you had the lead role, okay, and you were pretty bossy. You knew what you wanted to do, and it led you in some sort of destruction here. Okay, it led you in a heartbreak with that Three of Swords, some discipline, some wrongful doings, lies and deceit and deception. I mean, when the heart was concerned. So there was love that you put out on the line, okay, with someone or with multiple people. Again, not necessarily a relationship that failed. Okay, you were the orchestrator of these relationships, at least as far as where you tried to be honest. You tried to be yourself, okay? You tried to be yourself, and it didn't work out with a fellow air sign or a fire sign or even a water sign or an earth sign here. Okay, so with the Queen of Swords, maybe it said that you weren't exactly, you weren't bringing the emotions to the table like you should have. So, okay, that's what I see. The Queen of Swords, let's clarify the Queen of Swords for Aquarius, please. Why is the Queen of Swords here for Aquarius? Queen of Swords. And I do want to say, before we continue to shuffle, you know what? No, let's just, Queen of Swords. Why is the Queen of Swords here for Aquarius? Maybe that was your attitude and outtake on things. Queen of Swords for Aquarius. Okay. So then we're back at the beginning with the Empress being here. So for me, this says that you weren't really putting in the effort that you should have. You were being yourself. So maybe you got some words of wisdom from someone else, a fellow friend, roommates, people around you, and you took that and you you kind of half-assed it. I mean, you were like, okay, if this doesn't work out, this doesn't work out. But Aquarius, sometimes, yes, you are the orchestrator in your own life, no problem. I think you're ruled by Uranus. And, you know, I think, you know, the Aquarius can kind of be those girls and mean girls. You're kind of those girls, you're like, you put your foot in just a bunch of things. And whether to say you finish that chapter or not, here with the Page of Swords, it goes without saying it's your own personal vendetta. I don't know. This is a general reading, but you're those kinds that you're creative, you know, you're like a Sagittarius would be the person with the first aid kit of creativity, and then being, you know, graduating certified. So there's like an artist, there's a singer, there's a vocalist, these people who were creative and they made it into something. I feel like Sagittarius always carry that first aid kit around, that they're so adventurous and so they're so easily inspired, you know, that they're always traveling, whether it be here, there, or there. So Aquarius is the one that has like a mini first aid kit handy. Okay, so we have a fire sign here, so there could have been a heartbreak with a Sagittarius as well. But what I want to say is, if you're venturing out for something, you want to make sure that you know the ins and outs of it, and not just say, you know, the World card comes from the tarot deck. Oh, really? And then that's it. That's all you know. So it's telling me that you took advice, or you went about it the right or the wrong way. Regardless, you ended up being yourself about it, and not enough was brought to the table. If you were trying to go seek a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, we know not enough was brought to the table, because we require depth. We don't require just the fine print and fine line. There's too many variables. There's too many levels. I think, Aquarius, you had a rude awakening here with someone, but not necessarily one person in specific, about your aspect on life, about your aspect on love. I think you just keep kind of going around and around, to be honest, okay, with the World card that wanted to pop up at the bottom. I mean, that fell on the floor. I think you're going around and around because there's something that you're not able to put your paw on. You're not able to find ground yourself. Okay, at the top of the deck, the Devil. Okay, I think you just are going around and around and around in circles. And there may be so many reasons. Again, this is a general reading, okay, you guys and girls. But, you know, I hope you understood my analogy about the Sagittarius. I hope you understood my analogy about Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio being, you know, I think Uranus ruled their planet for 7 years or something like that. I mean, what I'm saying is, I know Scorpios and can often exalt Uranus, and that's your sign. So what I want to say here is this. You could have been trying to, you know, talk with a Scorpio. I know that they don't really mesh well. And I do believe you are an understudy of a Scorpio. Try to understand what I'm saying. You know, or of a water sign. You know, you have that creativity there, but I wouldn't call you an art major. I wouldn't call you a vocalist major. I wouldn't say that you major in any of these things, but you are somewhat like a Sagittarius. You just like all things, whether you get them done or not is your thing. Here, what I'm saying is, about whatever you're trying to venture here, it looks pretty vague. It looks like you're mostly trying to understand yourself, Aquarius, and the way in doing that. Okay, first of all, you start second guessing yourself. You know you always have a token to kind of submit somewhere else, but are you going to stay long enough to play the game? Are you going to, you know, give advice that, you know, you can also take? Okay, now we have the Five of Wands in reverse, and my deck is upright. So then next is the Knight of Cups. So I feel like your best bet is to start eliminating some of the feelings in yourself of cockiness, that you feel like you're above average, or that you feel like you're above this person, that you always have to figure this out and figure them out, figure that out. You know, I think the best thing that you want to do here is figure yourself out first and understand what your goals and your passions are, so that you can get past that first aid kit. You can get past, you know, the adolescence of it all. You can get past, you know, just a certificate and become licensed. You can get past the high school stage and go to college. I feel like, you know, this has to do with a broad amount of things. We have the Knight of, and then we have the Page. So there could be a battle here for some of us Aquarius with a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. You know, and I can understand that, because whereas you may one day dress up as King Elizabeth III. We've been there, done that. This Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, I think there's a big problem here with that. Not necessarily a specific person, but someone. There's something here that you resent, and it's the aspect of love where you keep are betrayed, and you keep looking for more. You keep looking, you keep looking, you keep looking. It could be a fire sign really involved here that you know is not for you. You want them to be for you, or regardless, take that how it applies. Because that's the beginning of your venture. It's creativity, but that's all it is. Okay, where there's a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio involved, maybe this is maybe could be a twin flame situation where, I mean, as you know, it's a back and forth. It's the runner chaser. We're never able to come together. It's too much heartbreak. It's something that you just can't seem to get past the first stage. It's something that you can't seem to finish. Remember with the pages that we're talking about. And, you know, Scorpios, Cancers, Pisces, they tend to be like, if they were Elizabeth III, they actually like time traveled and got the whole era, whereas you just got the look down or something like that. And I feel like what I mean by that, please do not take any of this to offense. It's trying to understand yourself, because I feel like there's a yearning here for you to understand yourself and understand what it is that you want in life, and why you're not able to achieve or understand something specifically. And please try to follow me, because this is really a different reading. The Three of Pentacles, it's working together, but it's choosing, it's working together. It's really just choosing the path that you're going to take in any era, in any way. There's people, there's a cup, there's work, there's money, there's everything involved here. But here, let's stay focused on the Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio aspect. If you're dealing with a water sign, is if you feel like you've understood a Scorpio, a Cancer, and a Pisces, think again. There's nothing to just understand. If you tell me that you went to the bottom of that ocean with them, you took the gillyweed, right, from Harry Potter, the Goblet of Fire, the games, Harry Potter took the gillyweed so it can grow gills and get it was the games. Anyway, you're mistaken. You can't just see the ins and outs of everything and that's it. Scorpios have a good way of doing that, is why we can be so socially awkward sometimes out and about, because it's like there could be 30 people in a room and we already kind of know what everyone's feeling, what everyone's thinking, and we already know that this and this is going to be said or happen, and we may not feel comfortable knowing the truth and knowing all of these things. You know, you can get anxiety, so we kind of become invisible, because if we put in our 2 cents. Okay, but blabbing about a Scorpio, I'm saying, Aquarius, you feel like in a group, in a room full of people, you can understand them and give, you know, and make your judgment. Maybe that's why you're so quick to be in and out of endeavors and never complete, you know, your page or your chapter. I hope this makes sense to you. This is the card that fell out on the floor, and this is the card that was at the top of the deck, and I know it was to define the World card. Understand why you keep going in circles. Understand why you don't feel like maybe why you feel like you're too good for relationships, or maybe why you feel like you know the ins and outs of relationships and what it's going to offer you. The 10 of Wands, okay? Again, with that starter kit, I feel like you are just dying. You're really wanting to depict this first aid kit and, you know, develop that into not necessarily a physical aspect, a physical success. Okay? Because even you, Aquarius, you know, exactly. You know, an ace, hypothetically speaking, is not physical, but it's a lot. It's worth more than gold. It's worth more than a piece of information. It's worth more than knowledge. And it just so happens to be, you know, an ace of cups, love, even more challenging for you. And maybe this is your challenge with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, not to understand someone, because you'll never understand someone, especially a water sign, especially a Scorpio. Okay, you'll never understand the aspect. We have the 10 of Pentacles here. You're going to go probably and invest, not necessarily in a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but just to invest and forget about it. Do what you're good at, become the Queen of Pentacles, and that's fine. All right, you know, this is probably your fate so far. We'll stop there. Aquarius, I really hope you understood this. There was something that I'm trying to get out to you. If this reading resonates, look no further, no more, this, say no more, this is definitely for you. But I do believe that there is a water sign, or there is something in your life that's missing in love. And I feel like love may be the most superficial thing to you, that you don't understand why you need to go and do that. This fire sign, this Sagittarius, could really be of some help to you. Okay, we just picked up all of those, and what's next? And then it could really be of some help to you.